In today's video, I'm going to show you all some tricks of Propstream in your wholesale real estate business. These are some of the tricks I use to find the very best motivated sellers and the very best distressed properties. If you all are interested in Propstream, please check my link down below. You get a 7 free day trial using my link. And so I'm going to just share my screen with you all. I'm going to show you all exactly what I do, because these are little things that you can't just get with just clicking on the filter. These are different things that I've used to help me get deals and to maximize the utility of Propstream, right? Because if you're paying for this monthly service, you should use it to the fullest extent. All right, so I'm gonna share my screen with you all. Be sure to comment down below if you have any questions, like this video, and subscribe. All right, you all, so the first thing I wanna show you all is finding cash buyers. So we're in the city of Chattanooga, Tennessee. One is just using their filter, right? Using one of their filters. They have a cash buyer already pre-populated list right here, and it shows 18,267 people. But you may not want that much, because first of all, they're going the whole metro area of the city that you're targeting. And so, yeah, it'll be way less if you go down to the zip code, but that's a lot of people, right? Even if you're trying to target all of the city of Chattanooga. So one thing that you could do is you can manually do it yourself, and it significantly drops it. What I would do is I would know what areas a lot of cash buyers are buying from. Where are a lot of areas investors buy from? Now, I do have different series on how to find the best zip codes where a lot of cash buyers are buying from, and so you know to target those areas. But we could do it right here using this strategy. So this is one of my tricks that I use. So the first thing I do is I go to owner information, right? And so I don't want it to be an owner occupied property, obviously, because it's a cash buyer. So that already drops the list down half, right? And then I could do years of ownership. I'm looking for cash sales essentially within the past 12 months. And you can make that less depending on it. But if I'm trying to find cash buyers, either LLCs or individuals, you could change it here. If you just want to look at individuals, let's say you do have a deal and you want to find an individual, you could do it that way. Or if you have a way to contact corporate offices, you can just select all. Now, one thing I like to do, right, I could do last sell date if I want to go last 6 months. So for example, right now, it's September, so I can go back to like March of this year, and I can look at sales between March and September of this year, and I could just look at it like that. And that's why you see here on the side they had the sell dates: August, July, June. So they have no sell date before March or after September 1st. So that's one thing that you can do. Another thing is you could just select a range. You could just click right here, last year. And so we could do that for that. Now, let's say we clear that one right now. Let's just clear it back again. We go back to owner information. Do I have to? Okay. Non-owner occupied. And let's just put last year. And so in the saying, you see, it's only sales that happened last year. Now, I'm only going to look for individuals. So I'm just going to click that. Now, it's significantly down, but this still may include investors that are not really buying like that, or, that are active. So one thing that I do is I want to make sure they own at least 3 properties, because there are people that own their own property and then they just bought one rental. That would be 2 properties, right? But I want to see people who have 3 properties or more. And so I click that. Boom. And then from there, you have a list of 487 people that bought properties within the past year that own at least 3 properties or more. Now, we can unselect this and select all of them, so you can include corporates and LLCs. And then another layer you could do is that estimated equity. You want them to own at least 100% of it. So that's 832. Now if we go back up here and we put our select to just individuals, that's 292. Individual property owners that bought properties within the last year, they own 3 or more, and they bought it cash essentially. And so, and you can take a look, and then you can see as where a lot of them are concentrated. Obviously, a lot of them are concentrated around areas that are densely populated, but you could see, or you could actually draw to see, or to target a specific area. And so that's one of my many tricks I use, filtering it down, because at first, right, cash buyers was reading 18,000, but I wanted to see individual owners that bought properties. And so from there, let's say we click one of these properties. Yeah, let's just say we click one of the properties. So you can see this one is already listed for rent at 2,200. So this person bought this property for cash and they're listing it for 2,200 for rent. That's why it's right there. But let's see if we could do one of them like this. So I click this one and I click on link properties, and I see that this person owns 8 properties in the area, right? Their equity is 1.6. And so you can see that this person is actively buying properties. They're trying to get more properties. So these are the cash buyers that you should target. Find their phone number, skip trace. You can skip trace directly from Propstream using this tab right here. All right, so that's one of my mini lists on finding cash buyers, understanding cash buyer markets, where they're buying from, who they are. And of course, I think it's still good to target the LLCs, because sometimes even some small investors have an LLC, but they're actively buying properties. And sometimes LLCs that are bigger may pay bigger money. So that's something to consider. Now, another trick I look for when I'm looking for properties are just the different, you'll see the different choices that we can make. Now, let's say we're looking for a high equity owner, a non-owner occupied property, right? A tired landlord, essentially. Now, you could do that right here. You could go senior owners, essentially tired landlords is around 22,000. But let's drill in ourselves and see it. And let me tell you all, these tabs are good, especially if you have the funds. Just click it, download it, just send all of this if you have a big corporation. But a lot of beginners don't have that amount of capital for starting wholesale real estate. So what we're going to do, we're going to drill into it ourselves. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click just residential. Those are the only type of properties I'm looking for. I could click only single family if that's a possibility. And then from there, I don't want it to be on the market, so no. I don't want it to be owner occupied. I want them to own it for at least 5 years minimum, and I want it to be an individual that I could buy from. And then you can say, okay, I want them to be tired, like they have a ton of properties. It doesn't even have to be we can leave this blank for right now. And then other than that, we want to see valuation or equity, at least 40%, so we can wholesale these properties essentially. We can even go a little bit higher. So we're already down to 4,400. Now from here is I want to include unknown equity. So this is one of the tricks, because sometimes properties could be super old or whatnot, and and they may not have the right recording system or recording documentation to record equity and other things, or sales date. That's another trick that I use, unknown sales date. So let me see, where is unknown sales date? It should be up here somewhere. Okay, include unknown sales date. So let's just do this. So that brings it up a lot, actually. So that's something that you could add if you want to, but I think it's great because maybe a lot of people are not targeting this because they miss this part. And so while you're breaking down this list, okay, sending just 1,000 at a time to fit your budget, your list will include unknown sales date and unknown equity. So that's one of the tricks I would use using Propstream to find motivated sellers in my business. All right, you all, hope you all enjoyed this video of me showing you all the tricks and tips to wholesaling real estate using Propstream. If you all have any questions, please let me know down below and I'll take a look and I'll answer those questions. All right, thank you all.